Greetings and welcome. So hopefully this microphone will be alright. So this video is around equanimity and Akasha. Now a lot of people wonder, why train Formless Jhana? Why train Akasha or Buji? Now this is really the quickest way to develop your meditation skill, to develop the skill of releasing. Now the Buddha said Nirvana is the release of attachment, aversion and delusion. He also said equanimity is the vehicle or the center of gravity of attaining Nirvana. So you want to equalize your relationship to attachment, equalize your relationship to aversion, which releases delusion. Now we look at a vibrational scale. We have form jhanas here, we have equanimity in the middle, and formless jhanas there. Jhanas being meditation mind states. Now when you're relating to your body and these form jhanas, if you touch equanimity, the equanimity being here and the form being here, and you say touch this point, you bring equanimity to that point and you have a flux between the form and that point which you're equalizing. So you still have static. But if you look at the form here, equanimity here, and formless or Akasha jhanas, the pinnacle there, you have an object and you touch Akasha under the object, it equalizes the relationship between form and emptiness in your mind, and you generate equanimity in relation to that object. So equanimity is dependent on developing Akasha so that you can equalize with your sense objects. So developing Akashic jhana or formless jhana allows you to release efficiently via equanimity. So this is a really valuable skill. Now, how do we do that? Well, in the Hermetic model, we're developing a sense of the vital energy, how to tune the fascia to vitality, and vital energy is electromagnetic in nature. So in let's say in the Tai Chi classics, rule number 1, suspend your head from above. When you suspend the head from above, you relax and hang the muscles, so you get the fascia plucking up and the muscles dropping down, which generate a type of tension, and that tension, gravity, fuels life force. So there's a tensile stretch in your body in order to produce a vitality or a radiance of energy. So this life force feeling, when you focus your will on the breath and the stretch and you hang the muscles, open the joints to suspend the fascia, your body starts radiating life force. You release time, move into the astral body. So you do the 4-cycle breath, slowing everything down. Now, at this point, the electromagnetic nature of fire, water, of the energy you're working with, separates into air and earth as well. So you see these 4 fundamental qualities of electromagnetic energy. And we work on balancing each of these qualities out in our astral body to generate an astral equanimity, to reduce static to the point where the mind can release space. So we work on releasing time so that we can release space. And there's an infinity quality that underlies that. As you enter into that infinity quality, first your mind goes into the infinity, and then your body sits in infinity, and objects appear and disappear. Now when you're training it with someone who's already mastered that, they guide you through that process. When you're training on your own, you have to concentrate your mind in such a way to generate that equanimity as a byproduct of samadhi, or as a byproduct of your concentration. Your mind naturally accumulates equanimity and Akasha when you sit still with your mind. So any one-pointed concentration will start to invoke various levels of Akasha. So this process of developing Akasha, when you touch the empty space underneath sense objects, you equalize your relationship to them. So the stickiness around your mind, the stickiness around your ego, and the stickiness in your chemistry that makes you have yearning, attachment, aversions, and creates delusion, eases off. And that time that it eases off, you enter into equanimity, and through equanimity you have access to the vibrational scale. So when we look at the sutras on the Buddha's last teachings before he passed away, he announced that he was going to leave the body, and he worked up and down the vibrational scale of the form jhanas and the formless jhanas, announcing that he's going to go into Nirvana, to Parinibbana. And then he goes back to equanimity and he enters Nirvana. He doesn't go up to the last formless jhana as a linear scale and then enter into that level. He generates equanimity and then enters into Nirvana. So this is very interesting in that it's not a linear scale. Working with the linear scale of Akasha to go in deeper and deeper Akashic states generates more equanimity. For Ansparden's book, Initiation to Hermetics, the first half of the book all generate different types of equanimity, different types of stillness in the mind. And these different types of equanimity give you a balanced, harmonious access to Akasha so that you can develop Akasha to develop and refine the spirit and connect to divinity. So there's a slightly different objective in Hermetics to Buddhism, but the training method is fundamentally the same. They just package it in a different culture and use a different approach to it. So if you get the opportunity to develop Wuji or Akasha, take that opportunity and use it to touch your sense objects that your mind is attached to and generate equanimity in relation to them, so that you can reduce the static mentally, astrally, and physically and have access to that vibrational scale with greater ease. And through equanimity we can touch Nirvana. Thank you for your time. See you on the next video.